What's up, guys? So I started seeing some spots on my GH5 footage that were sensor spots because I cleaned the lenses and the spots still didn't go away, and I wanted to clean it. I was going to put it in my local shop. It costs $35 for sensor cleaning. Well, I wanted to get my other cameras cleaned too, so then I'd be in around like $105. So I decided to just clean my own sensor because it can't be that hard, right? Now, I did some research on sensor cleaning and watched several videos, and it looks fairly easy. The whole thing is that you're using a liquid and like a squeegee type swab. So it's just like a car windshield. When you clean your car windshield, it's hard to get the streaks just to disappear. So I've done this years and years ago, and I put a little too much cleaner on the swab. So personally, I believe that the less is best, and if you just need to keep repeating the process, then I think that's better than just soaking the the swab and then just putting that liquid right there on your sensor. It just sits there and then it dries with probably a weird residue, even though it says it won't. So less is best. So I got this kit, which is VSGO Micro Four Thirds. It was like $15 compared to some of the kits out there that are just very pricey. This one actually comes with 12 swabs too, so they're individually packaged. Looks like they're air sealed, so airtight sealed in this like a aluminum type thing. It says it's an 100% dust-free clean room. That's where they were sealed. But anyway, I got them because there was 12 and it's only $15. And it also comes with the camera sensor cleaner, which is the liquid. So I thought it was a pretty good deal, and I should be able to get all three of my cameras done with this kit. So I use my air blower first to blow off the sensor on the camera. And first I'll say they do suggest removing the battery with any sensor that has stabilization. So I remove the battery just to be safe. And then I use my air blower to blow out all the dust. And I do it kind of like in a circular motion. I'm kind of creating a type of wind tunnel. At least that's what I think I'm doing in my head. And you want to do that while you're holding the camera with the sensor pointing down. So if any dust were to fall out, it will just fall straight on the ground. Now, usually I stop there, and that's all I need to do for sensor cleaning. But there were still two little specks, and I wanted to get them off because it is the worst to be out on a shoot, and then all of a sudden you come back and you see those sensor spots. So next, I usually take this little brush that I have. Now, they do make brushes for this, and I'm sure people are going to be like, oh, no, don't take that brush and do it. But I did it anyway. I made sure it was very clean as much as I could, and I do a very light sweep with the brush, again with the camera upside down, and then I take my blower and then I blow out any dust that I might have freed up. And when I'm doing the blower, I just don't blow it just on the sensor. I'm blowing it on that whole cavity, like I said, to kind of create that little wind tunnel type deal. Then I'll look at it again, and the spots are still there. And this is when I opened up the swabs. Now, I did a dry swab first, and that just means, and I do this upside down as well. I'm holding the camera upside down, and that way when I wipe the dry swab across there, that anything that the brush with those small thin bristles didn't pick up, that swab has a little bit more pressure to sweep that dust off and loosen it up, just in case I don't need to use the solution. And then again, it wouldn't come off. So then I use the solution. Now with the solution, I suggest practicing maybe on a Q-tip, because it's very important that you don't put too much of the solution on the swab. So I practice on a Q-tip so you can see how fast the solution actually is going to come out, how it's going to come out, how much at one time, and then I practice on a Q-tip so that way I'm not wasting my swabs. So once I find out how fast the solution comes out, I take it and put it on the swab, and I just put 2 super micro drops. I say less is better than too much, because you can always repeat the process. They give you 14 swabs. So once I put the solution on the swab, I let it sit for about 10 seconds so it can kind of soak into the whole swab, and then I tilt my sensor, point it up, and I swab across and swab back. And you want to do it at about a 45-degree angle. And the amount of pressure, I guess the first time you don't want to put too much pressure on it, see if that will take it off. Other things like fingerprints and who knows what else got on there will take a little bit more force. But you just do that, and then I wait about 5 seconds, and then I take my air blower once I swabbed it with the wet swab, and then I blow in a circular motion, and then that just kind of helps to, if there is any remaining liquid on there, it will just kind of help dry it up. And I'm pointing the sensor again down. And I did this once. I only had to do a dry swab and then the wet swab. My sensor was clean. So that is the Micro Four Thirds sensor cleaning kit, and that was me cleaning my GH5. Yeah, thanks for watching.